I want to do something special, okay? I want to do something special, okay? Because you've heard a lot from me today, right? Throw some fire in the chat if you're really excited. You absolutely are, right? All right, throw some ones in the chat, throw some fire in the chat. But I want to hear a testimonial, okay? Would you be okay if we share with you a testimony? Will that be okay? Throw some fire in the chat if you want that to happen. If you want to see that. All right. So this is what I want to do. I want to bring on board this incredible power couple that I got to work with today. Okay. Now they have been under the weather, so that's why you haven't seen them active over the holidays. But mark my words when I say it, they're here to stay and take over. Okay. All right. So what I want to do, I want to introduce for a brief testimonial, right, to none the other than Jessica and Rick, this incredible power couple out of Texas. Throw some fire in the chat, okay? Throw some fire in the chat. All right, Jessica, Rick, are you guys there?
We're here.
We're here.
All right, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hey, everybody. I'm Jessica. This is Rick Smith, and we're in McKinney, Texas.
All right. Throw some fire in the chat for them, okay? So this is what I want to do, okay? Now, Jessica and Rick, I got the opportunity to helping you on your first sale today, okay? All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to ask you so that way you can share with everyone that is here today, right? Because we have a lot of new folks that are here today, and we also have a lot of people that are here with us, okay? So what is the current business that you own?
Yeah, so Rick and I run a plumbing company here in McKinney. His dad actually started the company in 1970. And then Rick picked it up from basically nothing. And now we've turned it into, a really great small business. We employ 8, 9, 10 people. And so we run a plumbing company here in McKinney, Frisco area.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Throw some fire in the chat for Jessica and Rick. Amazing. Building and running a successful plumbing company. Okay. Now, if I may ask you, what attracted you to build an Encore Solar?
So, actually, about a month or two after Rick and I got married, he ruptured a disc in his spine. And we went through 5 years of basically pain doctors, orthopedic specialists, all kinds of doctors, and trying to avoid surgery because, we heard horror stories about surgery. And after actually on the 5-year anniversary of his disc rupturing, he had disc replacement surgery. And now it's been over a year and he's completely healed from that. So what happened was when it first happened, he could no longer go out in the field. Like it was excruciating pain. He could not work in the field anymore. And we had to figure out what to do. So after all that time of going through all the doctors and the pain and all that kind of stuff, we kind of figured out we need a different way to make money. Like we can't depend on just, running our business until we run ourselves into the ground. So plumbing is a pretty body, like crawling underneath floors and in attics and digging in holes and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty hard on your body. So Rick really took a beating for 30 years. And we just needed a different way. We actually got an email about water filtration. And then my first sale ended up being on solar. So we actually were thinking this was going to be like, we were going to start selling water filtration through the plumbing company. And we didn't even realize what BYLD even was. We really didn't realize what this was. Yeah.
Pretty amazing, right? How things can get a turnaround, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit, all right? First of all, everybody, throw some fire in the chat because, Jessica and Rick, they're pouring their hearts out to you guys, all right? So that way you can see that these are real people, all right? At BYLD, we have the privilege of helping people from all walks of life, okay? I don't care if you're super successful. I don't care if you just started your career and you're hungry for more. We're here to help everybody, okay? So let's talk about your first appointment today, okay? So how were you able to get your first appointment with your mom, by the way? Super amazing, okay? She was awesome. Can you just walk us through that? Can you share that with us, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I literally said, Mom, send me your utility bill.
Are you serious? Is that easy?
Yeah,
It was that simple?
That's all I did. I just said, hey, we're getting certified because we want to add solar services to the plumbing company. Could you help me out? And I sent this message to about maybe 5, 10 people because I was not feeling well. And she said, sure. And I said, can you get on a Zoom at 3 o'clock? And she goes, yeah. I mean, that was the extent of and then like, I even had to log in and get her utility bill for her because she couldn't figure out how to send me the PDF or whatever. But yeah, so I logged in and got her utility bill for her and sent it over to you, Julio, and we jumped on the car. I mean, it was literally that simple.
So super easy, right? No stress. No stress. All right, perfect. Now, let me ask you something. Did you like the educational process of how we helped them go solar?
It was awesome. The detail. So my mom is a very detailed person, and she has a lot of questions. And the education part was so well done. She didn't even have as many questions as she normally has, just like on a daily basis. So yeah, the questions were answered in the presentation. And by the way, it was my first time to see a presentation, so I didn't even know what to expect. But it was super comfortable. The presentation itself might have been 30 minutes. The rest of the time, we were joking on the phone and talking about traveling and scuba diving and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, Julio made it really comfortable, and I felt really good personally, like letting my mom make this huge decision to switch over to solar. It was great. I was very excited.
Now, when we were talking about, solar not being, being an IQ test, did you feel that that was truly the presentation, right? When
yeah, the numbers. Yeah. So, one thing I want to point out for my mom, so we lost my dad 3 years ago, and she always had a pool. And for her, having a swimming pool is a big deal because she wants all the grandkids to come over. She wants to, like, for people to enjoy her house. And this summer, she rebuilt a pool because she bought a new house, and she rebuilt a pool. And she was so upset because her electric bill was over $600. And, she's a retired widow, and her electric bill was over $600. And she turned off her pool pump and she drained her hot tub. And now, because of the savings that she saw, she doesn't have to do that anymore. Like we're going to be able to enjoy the pool, enjoy the hot tub, and she's not going to stress out about a $600 electric bill. That, like, honestly, that's the best part about what I saw today.
That's right. That's right. Now, let me ask you something, Jessica. Do you remember what was her total financial benefit after we did the numbers? Do you
I think it was like $167,000. Wow. I think it was 167,000. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was actually on the low end because she was underestimating her utility bills. And when we were kind of looking at it, she was like, oh yeah, I guess it was higher than that.
And remember, that's not counting what she's paid for electricity in the past 40 years.
Exactly.
Okay, which she paid another 100,000 on top of that. Now, let me ask you, you remember what was the commission on that? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. Just like the commission for us is over 12,000. I was shocked. I thought it would be, I really thought it was a joke, like the commission level. And then he showed me the calculation and how it's going to be over 12,000, which means as a mentee, I get over $6,000 on my first sale, my first call, my first appointment, my first presentation. Yeah. It's crazy.
That is absolutely amazing. Hans, Jabari, Louis, Roxy, are you listening to that? That is absolutely amazing. But let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. For those of you that are hearing this for the first time, the real big winner here is Jessica's mom, okay? Because literally she 10x what the commission was in savings, okay? That's when you're doing solar right, ladies and gentlemen. Because we're putting the customer first, okay? We're putting the customer first. And of course, we get rewarded for that, okay? We get rewarded for that. So now, basically, all you did, Jessica, was introduce me to your lovely mom, okay? And Rick, introduce me to, your lovely mom. We did the presentation. She sent over the electric bill. We did the presentation, right? We educated her on the benefits of solar. And all she did was agree to it. And we were able to switch her from the electrical grid to now the solar grid, and you were able to not only save your mom hundreds of thousands of dollars, but make over $12,000 in total commission, which will be a little bit over $6,000 to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just by simply what? Making an introduction. Is that
Well, I
correct?
made the introduction, but I also shut my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
I
Jesse,
literally,
are you listening to this? Juan, are you listening to this? What'd you do? What'd you do?
I shut my mouth. I let the expert do the talking, and I made the introduction. That's all I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the example of a perfect mentee. Okay. All right. This is the example of a perfect mentee. Hans, Jabari, okay, Don, okay, Erjan, wouldn't you want this to be your mentee? Absolutely, right? Roxy, wouldn't you want this to be your mentee? Because this is the way that you want to set up the perfect appointment. All right. And I actually got kudos from Rick after a presentation. He was like, Julio, you actually got Jessica to listen to you. And she didn't say anything throughout the entire presentation. How you managed to do that? Listen, guys and girls, okay? When there's $12,000 on the line, I'm pretty sure that you're going to listen.
Hey,
Okay?
Julio, one more thing, bud.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
So Jessica signed up under me. So I got an override of $2,400 on the sale as well.
That's right. That's right. That's right. He gets the override. That's right, because he gets that extra 20%. Ladies and gentlemen, you see how this business is so incredible? Okay? Because people here are having fun, number one. Okay? They're helping others. Okay? And then while we're doing all of that, okay, we're humans. We're just like you. We're humans. Okay? All right? If you cut us, we bleed. The only difference is if you cut me, I bleed. Okay? I bleed white and yellow. I bleed BYLD. Okay? That's what I bleed. But as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about people helping people. It's all about you sitting down with someone and having a conversation. And I'm pretty sure, Jessica, that your mom, once we present her the alkaline water, I'm pretty sure that she's going to want to take advantage of that because she has the pool too. Okay? You know what I mean? So it's just one step at a time. People are already are using the products and services. And just like, you know, your mom, we talked to her. She was baffled when she knew that she was paying for solar panels. She didn't own them yet, right? We actually broke down the bill for her. We showed her what every charge was, and she was able to save big. She was able to save big. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, I want you to give a big, big shout out. Throw some fire in the chat for Jessica and Rick.